They say a home is a dream, a car a sign of freedom, and education the key to the future. But have you ever paused to ask who sells you these dreams? And more importantly, what is the real price you pay? Look closer, beyond the polished marble and the reassuring smiles. You'll find a system designed not for your prosperity, but for its own. A grand illusion where the house always wins. This is the story of the modern financial system, a tale of gilded cages and invisible chains. It begins with a simple piece of paper, a promise. But a promise from whom and for what? It starts with an illusion, a trick of the light so vast it becomes reality. We see the grand facades of banks, pillars of stability promising security and growth. But behind these walls, a different machine is at work. A printing press churning out not value, but currency. Watch as money by the crisp and new is born from nothing. Then through the magic of lending and credit it multiplies. It swells into a towering mountain of paper, an intimidating monolith that casts a long shadow over everything. This is the foundation of the system. A currency unbacked by anything tangible, its value determined by the very institutions that create it from thin air. They control the supply, they dictate the terms, and we, the people, are taught to accept this paper as our ultimate goal. Enter the cycle of debt, the engine that powers this illusion. A young couple, their faces bright with hope, stands before the banker. He is a silhouette in a sharp suit, his face lost to the shadows, but his hand is steady as he offers them a pen. They are signing a mortgage, the key to their dream home. As the ink dries on the paper, something unseen materializes. Faint ethereal chains now bind their wrists, the links stretching back into the darkness from which the banker emerged. The vibrant colors of their world begin to fade. Their bright optimistic clothing turns drab and worn. The home they dreamed of is now a weight, a 30-year sentence of payments, interest, and obligation. They are no longer free. They are cogs in the machine, their labor and their future pledged to servicing a debt that was created out of nothing. This cycle fuels the inevitable boom and bust. The system, gorged on debt, inflates. We see quick cuts of stock market graphs soaring to dizzying heights, a frenzy of digital numbers climbing ever upward. Champagne glasses clink in celebration of newfound paper wealth. Everyone feels rich, everyone is winning. But a structure built on illusion cannot stand. The bust is as sudden as it is catastrophic. The soaring graph plummets. The celebratory music cuts to a deafening silence. A line of dominoes, each representing a bank, a business, a family, begins to fall in a relentless cascade. The dream shatters into the harsh reality of foreclosure signs hammered onto front lawns. The system contracts, wiping out the savings and livelihoods of millions, only to gather the wreckage and prepare for the next boom. And who pulls the strings? In the final scene, we are taken to a dark, smoke-filled room. Here the puppeteers, the shadowy figures like the banker, gather around a grand table. It's a world map, and they move game pieces across it with calculated precision. A nudge in one continent sends economic ripples across the globe, creating crises, sparking rallies, and harvesting the gains. They are the masters of the illusion, the architects of the cycle. But the final shot is not of them. It is of an ordinary person, perhaps one half of the couple we saw earlier, standing before a bank. They look at its imposing structure, not with awe or hope, but with understanding. Then with a newfound look of quiet determination, they turn their back on it and walk away. The illusion is only powerful if you believe in it. The first step to freedom is seeing the cage for what it is. And once you see it, you can begin to walk away. The real currency is not in their paper, but in our independence.